This week's goal is to get the island planking done and the doors and the drawers. Got the island all ready for putting the planking on. This supports in, and then we ended up having to fur out for the bracings. I wanted to keep the horizontal line look throughout the kitchen, so we chose to use a 1x8 board that we just nailed up, and you can still see the lines around it as it went up. I really like the material because it's more durable, and it's a nice thick material, and it'll give a country feel to this kitchen.
What do you need?
We need some more screws.
What are you doing in the cabinet?
It's easy.
What's easy?
Put in drawer slides. Okay, I need some screws.
Should have like a striped jacket on or something. Huh?
I'm getting it done. I just start by attaching the first front of the drawer slide, and then I just use a level it up, throw some screws in, and they're already leveled, so I'm just putting some in to lock it.
Can you get into the 18-inch cabinet over here too?
I'm not gonna even try.
I'm gonna go back to building.
Alright, so before I can start the drawer, there's a face frame on it, and I want these drawers to be inset, so I have to fur out the inside of the drawer so then the drawer slide has something, because you can't attach the drawer slide there, it has to be attached out. So I just cut a couple of 1x, throw them in there, and screw them down. You cut your drawer slides the exact same length as your drawer slides. So these are 22-inch drawer slides, so all of the drawer slides are 22 inches long. So all I have to figure is the front and the back length. So I've got my drawer cut out, and I'm just going to take a measurement. We're at 30.5. But then you make it 2.5 inches smaller because the drawer sides take up 1.5 inches, and then you need an inch for the drawer slides. Does that make sense? So it all makes sense. So whatever this measurement is, you take off 2.5 inches. So I need to cut 2 boards at 28 inches. I'm going to throw some Craig jig holes into it. It's already set up. That's definitely not the right one. There we go. These are just 1x8s. We're going to clear coat them. Nice sturdy drawer. So these are the drawer sides, and they're cut 22 inches to match the 22-inch length of the drawer slide. Those are consistent for all the cabinets. The only thing that changes is the front and the back. So I cut the front and the back of the cabinets 2.5 inches less than the width of the opening, and I drilled pocket holes on the ends. Now I'm going to attach it with the pocket holes facing outward. I know that sounds backwards, just bear with me. So we got this piece of plywood, and I just need to rip it down to size, and we'll be in business. Cabinet members, and they are the bigger drawer slide, and they get installed with the wheel down, wheel facing out flush to the front of the cabinet. So, and I just use a little spacer here to hold it up and to get the first screw in. the cabinet members, the wheel goes to the back, but you're flush to the front. So flush to the front, wheel goes to the back, and I should pre-drill these. You have an extra drill. Got the drawer members on the drawers. I was thinking I'll put all the baking trays in it. Just try to stay ahead of Jacob, get all the drawers in over here while he puts the faces on.
I got the face frames for the faces for the drawers. This actually works really good. So you shim them in place, so you got your reveal all the way around, and then you go ahead and just pin it in a couple of spots.
Not where there's.
And then from here, then you can take your shims out. I put a little bit of weight in the drawer, just because I have stuff in here. So then we'll go ahead and throw in some these screws in the back. And these screws are short enough they won't go through the face.
So we're in the garage today making the kitchen cabinet doors, and we've got some Poplar 1x boards that we just picked up at the hardware store, and we ripped them into 2.5-inch wide strips on the table saw, and then we ran them through the router with a slot cutter and cut a groove in all of the boards.
We got our groove in here, and then we're going to put a tongue on this side so that the tongue goes into the door like that. And then everything should line up, and you can see in our plywood will fit in there as well. So built this simple jig, ran it through there. Obviously we're going to run it just like that.
Okay.
That way it can't kick and move, and it stays at a perfect 90. So essentially then now we got those cut. Those are at the right height. Then all we need to do is put our plywood in the middle, and our door will be set and ready to go.
I always cut my plywood pieces a little bit small. That way there's some wiggle room to get it adjusted just right, and then you have room for glue.
Something tells me that something ain't squarish. No, that looks better. Tenon that sticks out, we stapled it. We'll put a little, these doors are getting painted, so we'll put a little filler in them and paint them. We'll clean up this glue. It's a lot easier to clean up glue right here than it is later. Just take a wet rag.
So before I get too much further, we're going to take these up and make sure they fit and they're what we want, and then we'll knock out the rest of them. Perfect. I love the simplicity of the shaker style cabinet. It's just very, very simple. And I mean, the whole goal of this house is not to detract from the woodwork in the house. Everything else needs to kind of be simple and take a back seat to the woodwork. Cool, let's build umpteen more.
How does that go inside? And like, is there grooves inside?
You'll have to watch the video.
Abracadabra.
You'll have to watch the
I'll
video.
just watch the video.
Oh, we're gonna put you on door building this
Are
afternoon.
you ready to go door building?
Door building?
How do you like my fridge?
There's wine in it. So it was like a hurry up and wait. We got all the doors and drawers done, and then we had to just wait for the paint to dry before we could start installing them. And that's sometimes the hardest part, just the waiting game. Like, paint dry yet? Does the paint dry yet? And then we have to add another coat because we want to do this right. So once they were all the paint was dry, we could start adding the hinges and on the doors and start getting those installed. So I'm just drilling all the holes for the hardware. Just measure and find the center of the cabinet. I have this jig and I've got it set up to drill in the middle of the cabinet, so I use it there. And just clamp it and drill it. The Craig hardware jig is really awesome. It allows you to like consistently install poles, knobs, you name it, all of your kitchen cabinet hardware, all your hardware for the matter. I highly recommend it. It's a great stocking stuffer. Get one.
Yeah, Kemper is super handy. What inclined you to get in the cabinet?
I'm more comfortable to work in the cabinet than outside of it. Or the advantages of being short.
That is true. No, I mean, I came around the corner in the kitchen and here's Micah in the cabinet. I'm like, that's like
Hey,
over the top.
being short has its benefits.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Still to fit into a small space and then crawl through a little itty bitty door.
That's dedication to like get in the cabinet just to make sure that the door is installed right.
At least we know he's not, what do you call it, claustrophobic.
I'd hate to play hide and seek with that guy. So we're going to try some different hardware so I can get it ordered. These are all from Liberty Hardware, and I do work with Liberty Hardware, and they sent these to me to try them out, so we're going to see how they work. I honestly don't know. I'm going to go with my instincts on these and just kind of put them up and see how I feel. Right now I'm feeling like I want to keep it real simple, but since the drawer faces are real plain, I might want something ornate. So a lot of this is just like just going with your gut. I promise you this though, it's not going to be an easy decision. Drill all the cabinet holes and I just put in different hardware, and I'm kind of seeing how I feel about it over a couple of days before I make the commitment to all the hardware. So far this is my favorite, but this is Jacob's favorite. And then this is the most stylish, so I'm really kind of feeling like maybe I should take a risk. We'll see. It's really crazy how this kitchen went from just a sketch on my computer to a bare room to an actual reality, the heart of the home, in just a few weeks. I don't even know what a kitchen like this would cost with all custom cabinetry, all very specific, so 19 different drawers. I don't even know. I can guess it would probably be in the tens of thousands of dollars, but we're into these kitchen cabinets about $2,000.
Started as a big pile of building materials and ended up being a kitchen.
It's crazy. It's just, was it 8 sheets of plywood?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, we have a spare.
8 sheets
8 sheets of plywood,
and some poplar and
some drawer slides, and we got a kitchen. So the kitchen's looking really amazing, but we've got to wait on the countertops, and then after the countertops go in, we're going to add a backsplash and then wall cabinets. So kitchen's far from done, but it's looking amazing as it is. In the meantime, we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna hop on outside and take care of a few things before the snow flies.
So we'll see you next Monday. Have a good week.
Thanks for watching. Sorry I look so crazy today. It was one of those mornings where your husband is like, get to work, come on, get up, go.
I do that
go.
every day.
I made you coffee. So yeah, let's just be honest. If it wasn't Micah in that cabinet, guess who would have been in that cabinet?
Hey, I seen you in this cabinet. That wasn't bad. You look good in that cabinet.
What's your name?
Hey, Mountain.
Hayes Mountain.
Who wears a dress to work?
It's not a dress, it's actually a skirt. The skirt is just, it's a shorts with a skirt over it.
Real appropriate for construction site, let me tell you that.
It's active wear.
Yeah, well,
I have an active job.
it's not even real, like a squirt or
It's a
squirt.
skirt and shorts. It's a skirt. Sorry. I picked like the worst outfit ever to wear to work today.